So I've discovered a method by which to game the system a little bit. I have discovered that it actually determines the turn, the success of an invasion, when you complete the turn. It is currently November of 1908. The reason this is relevant is because naval invasions, as we've already discussed at length, suck. But if I just reload and roll the dice again, and again, and again, well, you get it. The only downside... How dumb this is. Uh-oh. Oh, I think I actually already screwed it up. Yeah, I think I did. You have to say... The save system is so bad. I was distracted. That's my fault. You have to save twice, load a save twice, and then roll the dice. Then if it fails, load the save twice, roll the dice. Yeah, that sounds about right, Colgrim. Is this... Yep, I screwed it up because I didn't save. Ah, well. I was just honestly trying to show that off a little bit. But, yeah, anyways, this is campaign mode. So, we're done with campaign mode. We're done. We are spinning our wheels, and nothing's changing, and nothing's new. We've seen all the gameplay that there is to see there. So, instead we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to go after China, because, you know, why not? And, we're going to play around with all the tech. Like, what happens if we have every tech available to us? So, here's modern Dreadnought 3. We've also got battle cruisers to play around with. And looks like that's actually it. Destroyers. So we're gonna play with some of these. Yeah, modernized Dreadnought 4. This is as good as it gets right here. That thing. This is 65,000 tons. This thing should be a speed of 22.5. Okay. Very well trained. Lots of people. Sure, I'll check the carrier. That definitely exists. So we've got coal, oil, oil 2, oil 3. Why don't we have this? Oh, oil 1, I guess. Hang on. Why don't we have full tech? Oh, there we go. There we go. 1950. Alright, let's try that again. Yeah, what's funny is, near as I can tell, a lot of people don't like, oh my god, so there's this super battleship. So, here's the super battleship. This is as big as it gets. Holy crap. Look at this thing. Hey, Nithrius. Thank you for the sub. I will not say anything else. I'll put that towards Fell Seal Arbiter's Mark. The Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster that we're listening to right now. And Pokemon Violet, you got it. And again, thank you. Okay, so, what are these things? What can these things go? 31 knots, damn. This is a boat. Look at this thing. Look at that. Look at that. Oh. I apologize to everyone for all the pornography I'm showing off on camera right now. Okay, so... Oil 3. Yep, yep. Modern armor. Look at that nonsense. Look at that nonsense. Triple hull bottom. Okay. It comes with 16 inches of armor. God, look at this nonsense. Alright, so. Let's first get its tower going. Yeah, look at this thing. This thing already costs $13 billion for this ship. It has no guns. Just this ship costs $13 billion. Let's go ahead and get a 20-inch gun on this thing, shall we? 20-inch quad barrel gun. Look at that. 20-inch caliber. Yeah, 5 is right after 8, for reasons that should probably be obvious if you think about it for a second. Another one up front. Just the death guns up front and back there. How do you fit 8 of these on here? How is that even physically possible? That's true, I did skip around on 7. That's right. Because we looped. Because we hit 3, which is the last one on the list, which, again, should be obvious why. How do you add this many guns to this ship? How do you add any more guns to the ship? Like, it's not letting me at all. I wish there was something that indicated... I wish there was something that indicated what kind of guns could go on these barbettes. That's a good point. Max. Displacement. There we go. Oh, God. Okay, okay. You know, while we're at it, let's make it nice and wide. Any second now. It's 1950, Blateville. Oh my God. There you go. Oh my God, it does not like me doing that. Okay, there we go. Now we've got a bit more of a behemoth going on. Yeah, we're done with the campaign. We have done that to... Oh, now I can put it on top. We have done that to satisfaction. Just free... Just... Look at this nonsense. Hang on. Yeah, now we're just playing around with the tech, honestly. Once we have access to the big tech. Go, center line, there we go. Hey, Midnight Sage. Shade, oh my god. There we go. I think that looks good. It looks terrible, but it looks good. Can we get any more sideliners on here? We can. That's so stupid. Right. I had it there. Yeah, this is a defensive weapon, by the way. This doesn't violate any treaties. Hang on, more guns. No treaties have been violated by the thing that is currently... Who cares if they can fire? Alright, what's going on with this? Why is this weird? There. Shut up about it. Yeah, there's no treaties here. Let's move this forward. There we go. We're not invading Manchuria. Yeah, who cares that the ship can't carry all this stuff? Ah! God damn it. It's already starting to bug out. Oh my god. Come on. Yeah, I only care if it shoots, not if it sails. There we go. Oh, come on. I got one on the other side. Okay, fine. I'm not sure if there's a way to force it to accept a build or not. Yeah, the moment it fires, the ship just shreds itself. My dreams of having guns everywhere. Wasted. Let's do this instead. What's that game? I haven't played that one both Wolfenstein. Why would I use smaller guns? Too far back? Is that the issue here? Yeah, I think it is. Why would I use 11-inch guns when I have 20-inch quad? Look at... I want you to imagine for just 1 second. You're in this little, like, I don't know, a frickin' torpedo boat. It's like, alright, we got this. And someone pulls out the binoculars and they just see this shot right here. And they're like... Cam, maybe we should turn around. Unfortunately, we were way overweight. We all strike. Okay, now I'm challenged to actually make this somehow work. I'm not sure if that's physically possible, but we're gonna try. Because we are hideously, like, tens of thousands of ton overweight. So as much as these big guns are hilarious, and they are, let's get rid of those. Yeah, that's a huge amount of weight loss right there. Let's get rid of all of those, actually. So we're going to do something really strange. We're going to go as small as we can. Yeah, you see where I'm going with this. I want to see if I can actually make this work. Actually, this is the Pixel Remaster, but good ear. That's right. Yeah, we've got a giant hull. Oh, we're maxed. Whoops. Let's play with that. Oh, sorry, Fife. Yeah. I think I'm the only person in the world who doesn't actually use that particular distinction, because I'm an idiot. What kind of barbets could we use here? Can't even get anything on there. How about... Nope. Well, it won't even let me put 4 inches on them. So which of these is the 4-inch barbets? Because these don't tell me that. Because nothing tells me that. Let's try that. There we go. Okay. Okay, fine. Get rid of this crap in the middle. I have no idea, TSB. Find out. I'm kind of guessing on the gun strength, honestly. Hey, Ross. I hope the risotto's good. Oh, no casements on this thing. That's funny. This isn't even that many guns. I want more guns. I'm trying to go as small as I can with guns, and I still just don't have that many guns on this thing. I've only got 21 guns on this. Yeah, I'll be funny. Boom, 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 boom. Nothing. Yeah. I'm gonna go back to the quad 20-inch up front. At least that looks impressive. There we go. Behold! More gun. Look at their firing angle. That's hilarious. See those little green slivers? That's where they can shoot. This is actually a saleable ship, but I wouldn't take this into battle, I don't think. There's actually no casements at all. So no. Probably because by this point in naval history they realized casements didn't actually work. There were other better ways to do that. Oh, here we go. There we go. So, battle cruisers. We haven't actually poked at battle cruisers yet. I assume we want modern. Which can go pretty fast. That's a fast ship. I think we kind of already saw that. Which FTL is most realistic? There's a reason why most fiction tends to lead towards alternate dimension FTL, which is, you know, Star Wars or not Mass Effect, Babylon 5 and stuff like that. But of course, there is no such alternate dimension in real life, which is what you asked. So in real life, probably none of the ones you mentioned. Listen, I don't come from an alternate dimension. Don't worry about it. Wormhole-y kind of stuff is probably the most likely thing to actually work in real life. Bending space. Okay. So let's get our tower. Let's see what we can actually do. No, Star Trek is kind of different. Star Trek kind of distorts physics in a localized area and then moves at, you know, normal speeds through the distorted space. Hence why it's called warp. We can fit 18 inches on this, and I kind of wanna. Jesus. Yeah, a ship at warp is actually technically moving at sublight speed. It's just kind of warping space around it so that sublight speed is going much faster than it otherwise should be. That's also partially why it's exponential, and why it requires exponentially more energy the faster you go. Each additional percentage point costs so much more than the previous, because all you're doing is refining the actual, the bubble, the warp bubble. Yeah, exactly. Behold! These are only 18 inches, too. Kinda, yeah, Loner. I'm pretty sure Mass Effect was directly inspired by warp, although I could be wrong about that, so don't quote me on that. Hi. Yeah, this feels like a battlecruiser. Big guns, decent speed, not quite the armor to hold up against the bigger ships, but who cares because big guns. What else could we do with a battlecruiser? Small, actually, Leonard. Most Trek ships are really small, relative to most of science fiction. Now, over the decades, they've been creeping bigger. Because you know how writers are with size. I do have a lot of displacement to play with. I can even make it more. Just what else could I do with a battlecruiser? See, this is my first time playing with a battlecruiser. Hmm. Hmm. What if... We could probably fit another center line, but I wasn't... Because they cheated Trihexia. Yeah. Data is the only sentient AI. Why? Never explained, by the way. The excuse they give is, oh, only one person figured it out, but if you know anything about anything, you know how nonsense that is. One guy working on his own in, like, a cave figured out sentient AI, and nobody else has for decades across multiple species. Bullcrap. Yeah, lore by the same guy. We ended up calling it the, oh god, what did we call it? We ended up calling it the definitely not going to self-destruct, I think. I mean, I hate to go with the nuke answer, but, like, the moment the nuclear bomb was invented, it kind of spread, you know? No and yes, respectively. Literal. Well, we don't count the androids in Picard because those are stupid. But, the Doctor is considered a fluke. And is also never explained, by the way. Then again, we could also count Moriarty, which is an even stupider fluke, also never explained. Personally, yeah. My take on it was that most of the holograms were so advanced that they fulfilled the qualifications for having droid effect happen. It's just the Doctor was the only one who stayed active that long and had that much external contact long enough to actually become sentient. Let's go ahead and get all these things. Whoop, wrong thing. Get all this stuff going here. Armor it up here. That's true. They decided to randomly decide that a bunch of alien races who we've never heard of before and will never hear of again randomly invented AI. Seriously, it's Voyager is honestly my answer to you, von Falkenstein. Okay, so I think we want stereo for these. These are long guns. I argue that Vic didn't start going through droid effect until It's Only a Paper Moon. My opinion. Oh wow, we actually have radar. Well, there's that one, and then there's the one with the... There's actually a lot of AI in the Delta Quadrant out of absolutely nowhere. Because there's the droids that rebelled against their creators. There's the hates organics guy who was mentioned to be part of a whole organization. There's the completely separate and distinct organization of, I forget what they call themselves, but holographic life forms that all were like totally super sentient and were fighting against each other. I feel like there's actually several more on top of that I'm just missing. There was Alice, which was a ship. Although that was implied that she like came from another dimension or whatever, but it's really funny because like there's Data. Cool. And now there's a whole bunch of other AIs absolutely all over the place. There's an ancient conspiracy. It's Mass Effect 3, J. Palmer. There's an ancient conspiracy about AI life, which is going to wipe out all of organic life, and therefore there's an ancient conspiracy of Romulans whose entire job it is to prevent AI from ever being developed. And it was a really, really ham-fisted way of explaining the AI thing away, and it was really dumb, and it's dumb, and we're just gonna move on. We're just gonna move on. Cool. All right, so. I don't know, what do you think? Like, we've got some pretty decent gunnery on this. We've got 4 18-inchers. And 1 8-incher? Where's the 8-inch? Where's our 8-inch gun? Oh, never mind. God, it was being done. Sorry. So, yeah, we're also way too heavy, if you're paying attention. So I actually need to lose some weight. Yeah, I figured. No casements. Oh yeah, then Data just randomly created sentient life one time. Don't worry, I have an answer for all of this in our track. No, it won't actually let you save it. It'll be like, ship design is invalid. Yeah, I think you're right. I think we have to get rid of one of the big guns, which I'm really sad about doing. Get rid of that one right there. Oh, that's not enough. Okay, let's get rid of that. That's still not enough? Okay, there it goes. I was gonna say... Well, that's a lot of empty space for no reason now. But no, what I'm planning to do, this is a bit of a spoiler, but I don't care. So Data is an AI, a true AI, and he's the first one. And everyone's astonished that someone finally figured out AI because people have been trying across species, like it's a multi-species effort, for centuries. Spoilers, he's not AI. Alright, so. It's a donation from Vigilant, I think. Listen, Vigilant. Thank you very, very much for the support. I'll put that towards dealer's choice. Yeah, in our trek, J. Palmer, in our trek. Hey, Evo. No, you're quite correct. You'll notice we are much heavier in the front. That's actually because I'm probably going to decrease the displacement, I think. Shrink this sucker a little bit. I'll make it work, J. Palmer. Or I'll fail miserably at my job. I am known to fail miserably at my job. You're still a little overweight at this point. Well, there we go. Balance a little bit here. Just overweight though, God. I am probably not going to make Tom a nurse. I'm probably going to make him a pilot. I know. Shocking. Actually, I can fail unmiserably. Failure is, if you know how to take it right and it doesn't cost too much, failure is a wonderful teacher. Don't mistake me, I like Tom Paris quite a bit, but yeah, he is a little bit too much of an everything. Kess is definitely in. She has to be in, because she's actually critical for Neelix's story, and he is turbo in. I have actually already written all of Neelix's story, and Kess's, for that matter. I sure hope so, Jay Palmer. It is lighter. Still need to lose about 1,000 tons. The Okampa either won't exist at all, or will just be another race of the week. And not be stupid. As much as everyone likes, you know, the perfect sex slaves, I think we'd rather do something else with the Okampa. Are those turrets? Whether she's Okampa or not functionally doesn't matter, Ross. I'm going to let you decide if Golbez's helmet is spiky or not, even. I really don't want to go down from 2 guns. We have 2 guns. I don't want less than 2 guns. Yeah, we could just put tiny little turrets up here. We do need a bridge. We do need a funnel. We do need a secondary tower. Lower our armor a bit. I mean, this is a battle cruiser. It's not known for its armor anyways, right? That's a good point. If you look at the Golbez sprite, you'll probably see what I'm going to be working with. It's just barely above weight. I need to shade 179 tons. That's it. Let's pull that down. There. 19 tons underweight. Jesus. This is a weird ship. It's got 2 big guns, and that's it, as far as armament. It is pretty fast. This thing is 35.5 knots. And it should have extremely high accuracy. And we also have 2 very large guns. Yeah, we have plus 147% long-range accuracy. And 304% aiming speed. On 2 quad 18-inch guns. Yeah, we'll call this the glass cannon. Alright, so now let's design a light cruiser. So I know what I want from this. So let's get some basics going. The Uncle Ben. Listen, it's not... Ooh. Oh. That's not great. Okay, let's do this instead. Error around. There we go. That's better. Okay. Hey, Linnea Ruth. Oh yeah, no, it's the kind of thing you'll see in a few months. Honestly, most people don't want to wait a few months. $11 3-inch quads. We could even add a few more guns if we wanted to, but that feels like a good spread. Unless we want to add some 2-inchers. Yeah. Like up here. Yeah, this music is very appropriate for building a ship. Yeah, we have no casements anymore. We haven't had casements in a while. You know what? I guess we can't. We can't go below 4-inch for the main gun. Might as well go big, I guess, with the big one then. With the up front. It's not really the point of this thing, though. The point of this thing is all of this stuff. This is here to be a screen. I also am amused by the idea that this monstrosity is a light cruiser. An elemental from my... Ugh, excuse me. An elemental from Azeroth to be a friend who somehow magically doesn't damage anything. Well, historically, water and earth are the most amenables. Fire's variable. Wind, ironically, is the most universally antagonistic. Yeah, exactly, Vigilant. I think I'm happy with that one. So let's try what we can do with a destroyer, shall we? Actually, I haven't messed with destroyers yet. I was leaning towards water, if for no other reason than they'd probably be helpful for cleaning. Less likely to make a mess, too. What's the operational role of a destroyer again? We never actually got to those. So what I'm hearing is torpedoes. All the torpedoes. No, even more torpedoes. I mean, I guess these are the new torpedo boats, right? The new cheapo crappos. Which always made me amused that they would call the Imperial Star Destroyers, you know, the giant behemoth death ships, destroyers. I hope so, Lunarith, very much so. Don't get too hyped, I guess. What's most likely going to happen is you're going to get a lot of success early on, and then you're going to start to plateau. Everybody plateaus. Now, if that plateau is acceptable to you or not is up to you. Some people plateau and they're like, cool, I made it. But a lot of people will run into this problem. Well, they'll have a lot of early success. They'll start to plateau, and then they'll get discouraged. And then they'll stop keeping it up, and then they'll gain the weight back, and you get it. So don't get discouraged is what I'm really trying to say. Don't get your hopes up too high so you don't get discouraged too much when you start to plateau, because you will. Now, breaking through plateaus, whole other thing, and that depends on exactly on you, your body, your biology, your words I don't have right now. It's dependent on the individual. I'm actually kind of happy with this, with the destroyer. What do you think? It's pretty fast, high efficiency. We can mess with the weight a little bit. It's a bit of a torpedo boat, but that's probably what I'd be using a destroyer for. Well, since it's primarily a torpedo thing, I'm not sure how accurate its torpedoes are. Agreed. Program. Like I said, Lena, I wish nothing but well for you. I just want you to walk in warned. That's all. I actually have a lot of experience with physical health and physical fitness. But you kind of already hit the nail on the head, too. Enjoying exercise or doing something you enjoy while exercising is critical, in my opinion. It's really easy to get bored while exercising. So, keeping yourself mentally focused is a big deal. Yeah, having a workout partner is a great thing. There's a reason why so many gyms have a TV up in front of a lot of this stuff, right? And nowadays you can have your phone either listening to a podcast or having something playing while you're doing it. I will freely admit I used to play games on my Switch while exercising because as long as it's not something that involves my hands, I can have the Joy-Cons here. And because they're Joy-Cons, I can do whatever while doing it. So... well, that's what put us over the weight limit, really? Sorry, Linnea. I will try to do better about keeping you entertained, I swear. Screw it. No armor. No armor. Oh yeah, that's another thing. It's one of those... You know how there's those... Human psychology is geared towards big, you know, kind of moments, right? Where it's like, yes, this is a big win for me. This is something that's really going to substantially change the situation. You don't want 100 little things. You want one big thing, right? Well, 100 little things that helps. Water. Staying hydrated is a huge deal for this kind of thing. I just realized we can actually add 2 more torpedo things here. Well, now we're overweight again. I like having so many torpedoes. Did I get rid of the aft con tower? How did I get rid of the aft con tower? Don't answer that. I was wondering why that looked so weird. Yeah, if you ever want an easy way to lose a few pounds, stop drinking soda. Nope, delete doesn't do anything. Yeah, you can drink carbonated water. You can drink water. You can drink most teas. I think I like this. This is exactly what I'd want out of a destroyer. Alright, so that just leaves the heavy cruiser. I don't know what the hell to do with the heavy cruiser. So let me think. I know what I'm going to do. We're going to do a bunch of really crappy guns. Fastest ship I could make. I can get this thing up to 48 knots. No, I can't. That's... wow. Okay, so what can we get this thing up to? 36.5. That's still pretty fast. No missiles. No, J. Palmer. Hang on, go through the usual array here. Well, it increases... You know, actually, that's a good question. I don't actually know why it lets you go above... what each hull can do. If anybody knows, feel free to tell me, because near as I can tell, going above that hull limiter doesn't actually do anything. Flooding, Citadel armor. This is a heavy cruiser, so we're gonna go with the Queenslands. So far we have exactly one gun on this thing, and we have very few tonnage to work with. Yeah, the max optimal speed, 36.5. I was told pretty early on that that's something I should be aiming for. And you notice, this ship can go 36.5. We can also go 48. Although, you'll notice the weight problem that happens immediately when you do that. Let's add a bunch of really small guns, like really dinky things. Could be, Roto. Maybe it lets you just because you can. Or you know, should or not. These are the smallest guns I can put on here, by the way. I had to choose a current military ship to serve on? Oh, geez, I don't even know what current military ships are. The last time I've seen current military ships was in the 80s. I just realized, though, you said minimal guns. I apologize, so hang on. So if we're going to do that... Maximal armor. Hang on. Let's armor it up. Let's really armor it up. And we're overweight. Of course we are. Just from armor and one gun, we're overweight. Got a lot of armor, though. I still don't know, Jay Palmer. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I've failed you. There's a reason I didn't join the Navy. Now, that is a question I can answer, Loner. So which homeworld ship would I most want to serve on? I assume you mean just as a basic crewman, because that kind of changes. If I'm a captain, or the captain, or even an XO, that changes the answer a little bit. That was a lot of weight just from the deck armor. I've always been fond of the Higaran battlecruiser, specifically, in Homeworld 2. Fingers crossed, Lunarith, on the audition. Also the carrier. Again, Higaran, and again, Homeworld 2. I don't like Homeworld 2 all that much. I feel like it's an extremely flawed game with terrible mission design and awful balancing. But I love their ship designs. I have legitimately modeled several X-Dance ships off of the ships specifically from Homeworld 2. Those ships are gorgeous. I wish I could buy Legos of those. Or, like, models or something. So, Blade Interval, this armored, speedy ship with one gun costs $1.6 billion. But sorry, you were asking about Mass Effect. I apologize. I guess you were asking Homeworld first, so hang on. So from Homeworld, ship to serve on. The cheaty answer would be the mothership, but past that... Exactly, Braven. I think I'm going to stick with the battlecruiser. I mean, the Sujuk is we're going to pretend that doesn't exist. We're not going to bring Sujuk to bear. But to captain, I think I would go with a carrier in Homeworld 2, specifically. And then over to Mass Effect, a ship I'd most want to serve on. As weird as this would sound, I would feel more comfortable serving on the Normandy SR2 than anything else, despite everything. As far as which ship I would want to captain in Mass Effect, that's a little trickier. I do love me those Turian Raiders, the big angular suckers. Homeworld 1 ship? Aesthetically or tactically? I don't like the Destiny Ascension. I never have. God. Hello. Aesthetically in Homeworld 1. So let me just say, and I know this is, heresy, but I have always liked the Taidan ship designs better than the Higaran ones. So that's point one. Yeah. I was actually going to give exactly that answer von Falkenstein. Oh my god, it does, Bregman. You're absolutely right. I'm torn between three von Falkenstein. You can probably guess all three of them. The Destroyer, the Heavy Cruiser, and the Carrier. All Taidan, obviously. Although, actually, now that I think about it, there's one other ship I wouldn't mind captaining for function, tactically, and that would be the multi-beam Corvette. Which is, of course, cheating again. This is such a dumb ship. Look at this thing. These guns are not going to penetrate anything. Yeah, now if we're adding Cataclysm to the list, that's actually trickier, because I kind of like all of those ships. That's not true. That's not true. Actually, one of my biggest issues with Cataclysm is most of the ships suck. But the ships that don't suck are really not suck, you know? Like, their absence of suckitude is really high. I swear English is my first language. If I have to pick a ship that isn't the Kun Lan, obviously, then I would probably go with the Dreadnought. I think that's what I'm thinking of. Hang on, I'm actually trying to find a picture. I'm failing at it. Or the Missile Destroyer, which is kind of the same general concept. Both of those are awesome, though. Awesome linear. That's a good sign. In fact, that's a great sign. I haven't even really moved this thing yet. Nope, that's okay. I mean, that's why I would serve on the SR2 loaner. Comfy ship. Yeah, exactly. The SR2 is a yacht. That's pretty much exactly why I'd want to serve on it. It's like serving on the Galaxy over in Star Trek. You're not serving there because it's a great ship to, like, in tactics. It's a great ship to live on. Oh, man. 3 20-inch quads. If I could just get the weight down a little bit more, I could have 3 20-inch quads. Well, that too, pancakes. We could lower the armor. I've already pulled down the deck armor a bit. I'm hesitant to pull down any of the other armor, because this is a battleship, a Dreadnought. We kind of want armor on this thing, so that the other ships can't hurt it. I don't know where else to lose weight, honestly. Do that. We could reduce the engine, but I need that speed. That works. Not good offset. Its pitch is bad. Its efficiency is terrible. Can we improve that efficiency any? Find out. Just a little bit overweight. We could just lose a little bit of extra weight. So let's do that. See if that helps. Nope, that didn't help at all. Cool. Palmer just killed the bot. There we go. Actually happened to be watching when that happened that time. Reducing quarters, if I'm not mistaken, gets rid of crew, essentially. And makes the crew worse, and makes crew losses worse. That's what that boils down to. Unfortunately, they take up a lot of space. Frickin' crew! So, 85% efficiency, we've improved the weight offset. Our pitch is awful, but our roll is decent, and it only costs $13 billion! Let's do it. Yeah, just sleep in the rain. God. Hey, Evo, are you there? Uh-oh, she's left us. That's okay. Do you know what Rostislav means? I mean, we've tried shooting people at our enemies before. It didn't work out very well. So we stopped doing that. It's okay if you don't have an answer, Evo. I was just curious. I sincerely doubt it, Jay Palmer. I'm sorry, Jay Palmer. Grow and glory. That makes sense. For a ship name. Not my favorite take on this song, but it's still a good one. What's your question, Ross? We're still loading, by the way. Still loading the metal. It's almost done. Are we getting rid of the Ponfar as a concept? That's not really a TOS question. That's a Trek question. And the answer is I haven't decided yet. Oh my god, look at our battleship just compared to theirs. So just look at the immediate visual comparison of the profile. This is FF5 music. There is another version of it in FF14, Laveris. You can literally see the frickin' 20-inch guns from the profile. I'm sure you guys probably can. It's kind of small. But you can I can actually see the turrets because they are that big. Whoa. Look at this insanity. Look at this thing. Okay, so hold up. The glass cannon, you go over here. You go over here. You're a screen over here. You're a screen over here. But I need you to get sidelong. This is just... Listen, von Falkenstein. Yeah. I mean, they've got a decent ship. You know, they've got a fleet going. See, they're fine. Well, congratulations, Zachtoft. I hope it is something you enjoy. I don't remember if I changed the attack layer. Let's go back up to full speed here. We have sunk a ship. We haven't even seen it yet. We've already sunk it. That was a hell of a hit we just took, though. I can't even see our attack range. The circle is so big, it's off the render radius. There's another one we just sunk. Alright, I need you to go up there and actually be screens. Like, get out there, distract them. We're just fighting China, as you do. single shot we pull away from the Dreadnought here is a good shot. There's another one we just sank. We haven't lost a single ship yet. That's a good idea. Oh, there we go. We've just lost our destroyer. Can't even identify the enemy yet. We are on fire. If we lose this ship, we have lost the battle, most likely. Oh, that's bad. We're out of ammo? How's it even possible? So we're out of ammo. Oh, right, the flash fire. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, there's only one thing to do now. We did sink their battleship, it's worth noting. So, the problem is, I have to admit, I kind of like the idea of the Ponfar. All it needs is a little tweaking. So first of all, get rid of the death thing. That's easy. And honestly, that might even be it. The appeal of the Ponfar to me is that it's kind of the Warhammer 40k thing. And I know that sounds like a really weird direction to go with that. But what I mean is, in Warhammer 40k, a lot of how their technology works is because nobody knows how it works at all. It's just they did something and it worked one time. So they kept doing that thing. And over years and about millennia, it got to the point where it became draped in ceremony. So, you know, we've got to put up the oils, and we've got to do the thing, and then we hit Control-Alt-Delete, and we don't know what that does, but it works, right? And I feel like a similar vibe for the Vulcans, that for such a people who had effectively reprogrammed their own brains over centuries, not quite evolution, more like, so actually, I guess that actually is a form of evolution. It's more like an enforced, almost eugenics kind of a thing that the Vulcans did. I like the idea that they got to the point where their brains pretty much need that kind of purely biological release periodically in order to function properly. Hey, we won! Nice. Victory. We lost the glass cannon. No. No, exactly. That would perfectly explain why the Romulans don't have the Ponfar. So, again, I think the only real change that's needed for me is to get rid of the death aspect of the thing and to not write stupid episodes about it. Because I love the Voyager, but the plot of that one episode, you know the one, is basically just the intro to a porn star movie. I don't know why I said porn star movie, just a porn movie. And yeah, same thing with Enterprise. You must have sex with her, otherwise she'll die! What? Probably not, no, the narrative. Because, again, the idea is that the Vulcans have been practicing, like I said, it's not, it's kind of eugenics. Yeah, there's actually a trope for it, mate or die. Exactly. Yeah, that's right, it was also a plot point in Star Trek 3. Although I shouldn't have said that out loud. I apologize. Because I know at least one person in chat right now has not seen that movie. Oh wow, we can go down to like gunboats and just terrible dinky little ships. Look at that thing. Look at that cute little thing. He's so cute. He's so cute. No, Made or Die is in reference to Vulcans, Linerith. It's also a common trope in fiction in general. That's the problem. It's the biggest. We can put a 7-inch gun on this thing. Oh, we can put several 7-inch guns on this thing. Perfect. This is now our ship. Okay, fine. Except for this. There. This is now our ship. No, I don't like that. Yeah. Do we have barbets at this level? No. Fine. Do that. This is being weird. There we go. More gun. More gun. The answer is all. Actually, to my knowledge, we cannot get rid of lifeboats for some strange reason. No, I mean, the Romulans don't even have Ponfar. They're biologically different. Her flag. If this is anything other than the Executor, you're wrong. Oh, you mean in real life? The monitors. It's a shame, that's not a great picture of it. That is an amusing looking ship, though. It's a flatbed with a con tower and a gun. Just the one. This ship right here literally has more guns than that ship. Although that ship would probably beat this ship. Alright. Let's add another timestampy thing here. So I'm cutting off the guessing game. So if you haven't gotten to guess in, this is a really good time to do that. What, the quad 20s? Literal? That's a good question, actually. So this is a super battleship, obviously. Let's go down to a modern Dreadnought 1. See if we can put quad 20s on this. Nope. Already nope. Okay. How about a modern battleship 1? Okay, so we can put a quad 20. Yep. I have a dream. I dream of a world where this is a real ship. And this is just the ship. This is just the ship. Bagonga. Bagonga. Okay, so hang on. So that's let's see if the experimental battleship can fit the quad 20s. Nope. So yeah, the first ship that can fit quad 20s is the modern battleship 1. Where's the bridge? Why would it need a bridge? All we need is the guns. Come on. There we go. Oh, no, I can go further forward. Come on. I know you can do it. God damn it. It's like 1 pixel where it can go further forward. There. There we go. Behold! I have a dream. Very unlikely, Linnerith. Good afternoon, Walker. And I know I'm very boring. No, I know. I've been trying to keep entertainment going this run, because there's just not a lot going on the screen. It's also not overweight, which is hilarious. It's just guns. It's just guns. You know what? Actually, I'm curious of something now. Hang on. Damn, we can't double up on barbets. There, now it doesn't even look stupid. Barbet's that thing that they're on. It's essentially a form of additional armor and armament for the big guns. But I have talked about that before, Walker. It's a fairly complex situation, if I'm being honest, but here's the summary. It's vetoed. Now, that should get across everything it needs to, but if you really want me to, I'll talk about it more. Ultimate Admiral. Yeah, in game terms, it's wanting to put a gun above another gun so they can shoot better. As it happens, I already spent some time this morning doing a bit of an audit and a little bit of paperwork catch-up. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. Hang on. I have a dream. Everyone was talking about Warhammer 40k earlier, so what can I say? I got inspired. Oh my god, can I do another one? No, not quite. It's just... I mean, if this looked at something, just looked at it. What's that? What happened, sir? Well, we're dead. No, I do not, Lunar Earth. Is it possible to deploy? Nope. Although... Hold on. No, we need to put this thing in here somewhere. Oh, hang on. Hang on. I think we'd have to lose one gun to make this happen. Like that one in the middle. Or... hang on. This is a launchable craft. Right here. Could I add small guns? I mean, I could. Why bother? It just fires one broadside and the whole ship goes, wah! Hang on. Yeah, let's get the really good. Let's get all the toys here. Yeah, let's get all the toys going on here. Okay, that's too much. Yep, firing 20 family-sized cars every salvo. I agree with 1%. Now let's get rid of this. Oops, I didn't do that. Come on. USS Die. That's stupid. This is so stupid. Yeah, this is extremely front heavy. It's 40% front heavy. It also costs $5.5 billion. And I think all of that is the guns. Armor's actually pretty legit on this thing. It's got 6 inches in most places and 18 inches in others. So it's got your typical battleship armor. Screw it. Let's find out what happens. While I do some math in the background here. Kind of, Ryman. Imagine a military sim that has a lot of issues with the presentation of the game, but actually has a really cool system under the hood, and you got this game. I mean, probably Flag End. No, that ship we just made with guns that do not exist in real life because they're stupid. Like, again, I'm probably wrong about this, but to my knowledge, there is no such thing as a 20-inch barrel. Not on a ship, anyways. No, the AI is pretty crap for you and for them. I mean, I'd watch that flag ant. Yeah, 18.1. That sounds right. Oh, God. We only sold 2, Percy plays. Well, we did sell 2. Yeah, imagine building a ship and all of the engineering requirements of making a turret, a 20-inch turret, and then just some little biplane comes by and you're dead. Which sounds like an exaggeration, and that's because it isn't. Bomber planes were stupid against early battle, or against battleships not ready for aircraft. Put it that way. Look at its profile. Look at its profile. Jesus, listen to that sound. We're doing a simulator thing, Percy plays. Like, how does it play in action? Yeah, we're pretty much throwing cars at them at this point. We are so far away from the enemy. I don't even know what they are. We just got hit from them. Yeah, they are 18 kilometers out. Sorry, what, Flugand? I couldn't hear you or anything ever again. Can we get that fire under control, please? One more and I can do paperwork. I just want to see, after one of those salvos, such and such has sunk. I just want to see that at some point. Hawaii has been sunk on accident. Actually, I can't. It's a little harder. Ugh. Oh my god. We've been hitting stuff over here. Oh, there goes that one. Sunk due to structural damage. That's one way to put it. I look at the enemy with actually designed ships and actual logistics and logic put into it. They should have just put 4 or 5? God, I don't remember. Too many gigantic 20-inch death cannons on them. Hey, Disco Inferno. That was a glancing blow right there. I like how they're just straight up running. Like, get out! Get out! Jesus. Yeah, just imagine being on this ship. Like, it's okay, man. It's okay. We can't even see the enemy. Literally cannot see them on the horizon. You just see that every now and again. Oh, and now you're dead. Because that was a killing blow. I bet you're next. I was right. Yeah, that was a nice midsection shot. Oh, Jesus. Here is your profile, Mr. Battleship. Actually, I do, Disco. I was talking about that pretty recently. But nobody wants to hear me talk about watching the Berlin Wall fall on TV. Live. Except we're attacking the cruiser. Jesus! How did you live through that? Oh, you didn't. Okay. Alright. Here we go. Time to take out their battleship. Mind the range. The range. Good thing we're front heavy, huh? Whoa! Right on the secondary tower. They're dead. It's okay, they can still run. We haven't taken out any of their engines or steering or anything like that yet. I have extraordinarily good memory, but even I only have very vague memories of watching the wall fall. I actually enjoy the story, if I'm being honest. Whoa! Goodbye. All that's left is one light cruiser who was like, you know what? Fine. Turn to face them. Death with honor. They're dropping smoke, too. Oh, they were dropping smoke. Jesus! I think that shot went through the ship. Yeah, I think there was just a car that just went through the shit there. Holy crap. It was on TV. It wasn't like dramatic. It was just people attacking the wall with like pickaxes and shovels and stuff, right? Just whatever they had on hand, just tearing the wall down. And I remember looking at it, and I had the strangest sensation, which has stuck with me ever since, in that something big was happening, but I had no idea why. I had no like context for anything. I was just looking at it like, why is everyone making such a big deal out of this? My mother was freaking out over it. She grew up under the Iron Curtain. She grew up being like, ah, and so she was just, and I'm just sitting here going, huh? But I have a strong memory. I have a good memory. So when I rewatched my own memory of those events years later, and it was just like, once I started studying history and started figuring out what was going on, I was like, oh my God. And it stuck with me in a weird way. I've never been able to explain that to my satisfaction. The reason this came up recently was because we were talking about Star Trek 6. And one of the reasons why that film just has that extra little bit of oomph for me is because Star Trek 6 is about the wall coming down in space. And I don't know, it hits. I don't have a good way to explain it. I didn't live in Berlin. We didn't have any family over there at the time. It hits, and I don't really know why. I was also, obviously, there for 9/11. I was in college at that point. And, I don't know, what other... Have there been any significant events in my life? I remember the birth of all three of my nieces. I got to see my third niece, my youngest, when she was less than 24 hours old. I got to hold her. I came over to help take care of things because availability. And so I essentially took the day off. Some of you may remember that, actually. I took the day off and I came over and I was just like the person on deck in case I was needed. I wasn't needed, but I was there just in case I was. But the relevant point is I got to hold and take care of my less than 24-hour-old niece. And nothing explains that except for doing it. Anybody who's actually done that, you know what I mean. Everyone else is just going, huh? Who cares? And I'm just sitting there going, oh my God. That's true. She was less than 24 years old. That is a true statement. Yeah, I still had family in the military when 9/11 hit. I actually have a small story for 9/11. I can never think of the name of the airport. There's an airport that LAX, we just finished Eternus. There's an there's an airport near LAX, which they like to farm out a lot of their flights to. They're like domestic flights. Does anyone remember what I'm talking about? Because I can never think of the name of the damn airport. Everyone in chat's like, oh. Ontario. Thank you. So we were flying into Ontario in a flight that had been booked before 9/11. And we were just visiting my grandma and grandpa who lived in Pomona. You know where that is. And it was just a little thing. It was just a normal thing. What's really strange about the whole affair is everybody canceled their flights. It is the one and only time in my life, and I've flown quite a bit, that the plane was virtually empty. Like, there were 10 people on this plane. It was crazy. At the time, I was just kind of like, this is great. Until I got, like, about, I don't know, halfway there, and it was just like... I just got sunk in a little bit why so many people weren't there. But that's not quite the story I wanted to tell, because the thing that always struck me as insane was the stupidity of whoever was at Ontario. I don't know if they were National Guard. I don't know if they were actual Army. I doubt they were regular Army. I have more respect for the United States military than that. But there were people with AKs just wandering around Ontario. Openly. Just resting on their hips. And that is an unusual sensation of discomfort. that if you've never experienced, I legitimately hope you never do. Like, we talk about guns, and people talk about guns. There's something kind of unique to actually having it right there. And, you know, ready. And they were not being what I would consider gun discipline-y, is how I would phrase that. I was actually angry at the time at the lack of gun discipline they were presenting. It's like, what are you people doing? Just hanging around the airport. I assume the safeties were on, not that that really makes it any better. Exactly, Flag Ant. Like I said, I got angry. AK-47s, Kalashnikovs, the type of machine gun. If you are not in a situation where you're actively prepared to shoot someone, your finger should not be on the trigger, period. If you are... there's actually a maneuver like this. I was taught it very young. And this probably means something to some of you, but for those of you this doesn't mean anything to. You rest your finger outside the trigger area, right? So, like, the trigger's like right here. Your finger's completely outside of the trigger, so you're not resting it in here. You're resting it out here on the actual, I forget what it's called, but the ring that surrounds the trigger. And you just rest your finger on that. It's a good way to keep your finger there, ready to go, but not actually on the trigger. They were not doing that. They were like this on the trigger. Just, I could stop there. That's already frustrating. But yes, they should also always have the barrel aimed like this. Guess what they weren't doing? Now, they weren't aiming at people. They weren't that bad. But they were just kind of casually, like, at that kind of, like, slight upward angle. You know the one, right? Because you've probably seen movies before. So they just kind of had this thing going on. And I'm just sitting there like, are you going to shoot the ceiling? What are you doing? Like I said, I got angry. But to answer your other question, the last time I flew was about, God, 4 or 5 years ago. And I kind of vowed never to fly again because that was such a horrendously unpleasant experience. No, flying has gotten much, much, much less fun in the last decade. Or 2 decades, actually. I remember flying in the 80s and 90s. That was fine. I used to do it all the time, like I said. See if I can beat the song here. I figured out what she meant, Fife. Barrel discipline is just as important as keeping the finger off the trigger. I caught you. Yeah, watch Home Alone sometime. That wasn't considered insane back then. Listen, I'm never going... I know you want me... Damn it, Eva. See, that's the thing, Loner. I don't know who those people were. That's why I said that earlier, and I made that point that I have more respect for proper military than that, because I doubt those were regulars, right? I doubt those were professionals. Which makes me worry, who the hell were those people? I never found out, obviously. They were actually gone by the time we flew out, which was about 1 week later. I should mention, for the perspective here, that when I say we flew after 9/11, I mean 2 days later. It was right after. Pure coincidence, because it was just scheduled that way. Yeah, it literally could have been just a security firm or even a frickin' PMC. That license to operate in soil. I don't know. I have no idea. Honestly, no, Lineruth. I mean, I am, of course, an arrogant jackass, but the least likely time for something to go badly after 9/11 was immediately after 9/11. Yeah, Ontario's not great. Of course, I'm not a fan of LAX either. You know what I remember, Ross? I remember when you used to walk onto the plane, as in, like, you'd physically walk out on the tarmac, and then there'd be, like, a little stair going up into the plane. You remember that? Now, I mentioned that to you specifically because that was San Diego. I used to fly out of San Diego all the time. And I didn't add the things for forever. The tunnels. Yeah, exactly, Five. Like I said, I wasn't worried at all. And it was a family visit, and we weren't going to cancel our tickets. But I wasn't worried at all. Because arrogant. I don't know anything about it, Trax. Yeah, I can't speak about it. My favorite thing, because we used to fly into San Diego all the time, was how much it was raining. I've never minded rain, though. The rain never bothered me anyway. Until I got to high school. Can anyone guess why in high school rain started bothering me? Real question. Air chill. Good guess, but no. No, I didn't start wearing Crocs until the accident. That was 2005. Started driving. I'm actually a damn good driver in the rain. That's not bragging, that's just straight up fact. I have many, many specific incidents I can point to where I actually managed to pull what should have been a crash, disaster, or death and into just an irritant, because I am a damn good driver in the wet. It's actually one of the reasons that, Schumacher was one of my favorite F1 drivers. I had to think about his name for a second. I'm nowhere near as good as him, obviously. It's just, it was always like, yes! Yes! Nobody else could do it in the wet. It was great. There would be races where, like, he would be in 8th, and then it would start raining. And he would just crawl his way up the rain, because nobody else could drive in the rain like he could. He just owned it. Yeah, to this day, I've kind of fallen out of Formula 1 a little bit, but to this day, Schumacher is probably my favorite driver. It is a damn shame what happened to him. I mean, yes, Savacom, but unrelated. I did, Eternus, I did. I don't know if you saw our Quint quad 20-inch gun ship that we were just screwing around with. He got into an accident that, to my knowledge, we still don't know 100% what happened, but it basically left him as a vegetable. Like, he withdrew from everything. No appearances, no interviews, no races, no nothing. Yeah, exactly. It was a skiing accident, yep. Such a frustrating and banal thing, but yeah, it sucked. Nobody deserves that except for landlords. I'm kidding. I wouldn't even wish that on landlords. Not even on landlords. That's how bad that is. Yeah, no, he dropped off the radar entirely. And, you know, Respect, privacy. Still sucks. I admittedly miss skiing, but I haven't done it in a very long time. Michael Schumacher, Linerith. And if you don't know who that is, don't worry about it. Yeah, I've actually had thoughts periodically, like, what would I do if I lost my right hand? Because I can't do anything of my job without my right hand. I can't use the mouse. I can't use the controller, you know. Nothing. I would lose my job the second that happened, and I would lose something that's also one of the primary things I do for fulfillment and enjoyment in my life. And that would be the exact moment I'd probably go kill myself, if I'm being honest with you. But I want to get modeling. The point is, the thought of losing something that enables you to do what it is you love to do is a terrifying thought. You know, if you're a singer, you lose your voice. If you're a painter, you lose your eyes, right? That's just awful. Yeah, it's only if I lost my sight completely. It's another one. I've actually been doing regular eye, just really small stuff. Tiny little stuff to help my eyes for the better part of the last, God, like 5 years at this point. It's been working. But I don't want to even tempt the possibility of losing that. One of my optometrists, I'll share this with you, for those of you who do, who have glasses. It's called the 30-30-30 rule. You spend about 30 seconds looking at something about, what is it? It's 30 seconds looking at something 30 feet away. I forget what the third 30 is. But the point is, every now and again, you just allow your eyes to defocus and focus on something else other than the monitor right in front of you. And I actually have something right over there that I use for that purpose. Oh, that's the final 30. Every 30 minutes. That's what it was. We're doing auditing, and I think that's actually it. Yep. Negative 26 to gameplay. That tracks. Oh. Let's go through some calculations. I mean, we've played worse. Oh, sorry. Hang on. I meant to lock down the guessing game like 40 minutes ago. Anybody who guessed a positive number, you are eternally optimistic. I mean, that has happened. We have had moments where it's gone from negative to positive. And the reverse. But yeah, we've probably played worse than this already. Hang on, hang on, I'm still punching in numbers. Give me a second. Oh, wow. Okay, hang on. So I'm putting this under management sims because it's as close as it gets with the emphasis on build and the strategy map. I know it does have the RTS mode tacked on, but shrug. Either way, I don't think this is going to beat Surviving Mars or Stardew Valley. Let's just start with that. Nope. There we go. Yeah, that tracks. So... it is. I actually agree with you, Von Falkenstein. if I had infinite time, and I do mean infinite time, I could see myself continuing to play this, possibly with that mod that Eternus mentioned, which I don't remember the name of right now, but I have it somewhere. 2 pluses to story. Moving on. Gameplay-wise, like I said, 26 negatives to gameplay. It gets rid of mines completely, J. Palmer, and submarines. The gameplay was roughly 1.3 negatives per hour. And the ratio of positives to negatives was 15%. That's not great. I don't want to sound like that's anything other than what it is. Which gives us our final golden number of negative. Where's the guessing game so I can actually see who won? Negative 46.04. Not actually as bad as it could be. I've seen worse. But, here it is. But that's not great. It's not great. And if I'm being honest, I was just looking over my own notes. You may or may not have noticed, I wrote up paragraphs this morning to justify these negatives because I really wanted to explain it. It's not enough to say the interface is bad, although if you want a bullet point for this game, the interface is bad. I do think there's a solid core gameplay underneath this. And honestly, you may or may not have noticed I gave actually full triple positives for the shipbuilding mechanic. And I did enjoy the naval battles, and it is rather visceral, and there is some good info in game. I stand by all 6 of those positives. But between crashes, between just the naval missions and the campaign mode in general, and the issues with the info in game, and the actions that don't really work correctly, and the inconsistent inputs, and the lack of smoothing on map design, and the lack of filters, and the lack of sorting, the fact that the save system functionally doesn't work at all, the total lack of proper tutorialization. Thank you, everyone, by the way, for helping me to figure out how to play this game. There's just... This could honestly be a really solid game. And it isn't. And that's a damn shame, if I might be blunt. This should still be early access. This should still be an alpha and should still be getting patches and updates to update it. In fact, actually, I'm curious of something. When was the last patch? This is... Okay, so the latest patch for this game was... today. What do you think they patched? Improvements to AI to fight on a more effective distance and better utilize scout and screen formations. Improved torpedo-friendly fire mechanics. Fixed an old issue of the campaign related to final recurring technologies. There was a bug in the saving process that could result in ships, including at least one of such type technology, become overweight when you loaded the campaign save. This fix cannot repair existing overweight ships, but addresses it so it will not happen again for new ships. Also, other minor fixes. Yeah, I was about to say, this sounds like something the devs have been doing in their spare time, because there's actually another optimization patch below that for the end of December, which also is just really, really small little changes as opposed to the fundamental fixes the game actually needs. The back end of the game is honestly pretty fine. The front end of the game is what needs work, and that's probably never happening at this point. There's actually an FPS optimization. Not sure I noticed. There is fixed ID issue of refit procedures in which players could create on the games when they use the same name for already made ships. We are aware of this fix because it causes bugs to players that exploit the naming errors to refit ships of other nations. I agree with you, Eternus. I wonder what the company's actually doing other than, doing this. Because, yeah. Makes me wonder. Oh well. For what it is, I enjoyed it. I think it was a worthwhile usage of our time. Oh wow, Ultimate General Civil War is them. I actually owned that game. It's a little bit too late in the day to start another game today, because I still got a few hours of, like, post-stream wrap-up to do. So tomorrow, I think we're playing Mark of the Ninja next, which I think is a platformer? I'm not actually sure. But either way, we'll see how well it does, and I'll see you there.